afternoon, everyone. It was a nice drive over here today from Houston. Usually when I come it rains, so I was glad it did not rain. I want to thank the conservative CTxPAC for this honor, and it really is an honor, and for everyone that voted for me for this. I was telling Dean when I got the email, I didn't read it for a little while because I didn't believe really what it said, so I thought, oh, I'll get to that later. It's funny. You know, I do not believe that the federal government is going to be able to fix itself. Too many states are under this progressive socialist grip. The only constitutional remedy that's going to be left to Texas is to reassert our independence. And we're going to have to force the federal government back into its constitutional box. Now, I'm fearful, though, of this government that's going to bleed the citizens of Texas with taxes and tyrannical regulations. But I'm positive that the best solution for local problems is always going to be local government. Now, Texas is looked upon as a beacon of hope and freedom among the other states. But people from the failed states of California and New York, they're voting with their feet and they're coming here. But we have to be careful of that because they're bringing their progressive mindsets and they're going to change the landscape of Texas. Now, we all know that we've been targeted by the Democratic machine, Battleground Texas, and if we do not take care of business here, there's not going to be another place left to go. We constitutionally minded Texas must be relentless in our opposition to the progressive movement and the corrupt cronyism, even if it means that we have to run for office ourselves and challenge them in the State House. This means getting rid of our own career politicians. They failed the heart of Texas, and that's through their complicity and their compromise and their contempt for the citizens. They say that the Republican Party is in a civil war with the Tea Party, and I say damn right. We're in a battle at the federal, state, and local levels for the very character of the people. And I say to fellow Republicans, pick a side. Those of you that believe in the principles and spirit of our founders, stand with the patriots, the citizen patriots that you've nominated for as your top 10. And stand with the fighters like Ted Cruz and Mike Lee. You know, for the rest, as Samuel Adams said, if you love wealth more than liberty, the tranquility of servitude better than animating contest of freedom, depart from us in peace. We ask not your counsel nor your arms. Couch down and lick the hands that feed you. May your chains rest lightly upon you, and may posterity forget that you were our countrymen. Amen. This is no longer a Republican versus Democrat thing. It's a struggle between competing ideologies, and it's a classic fight for the soul of our country. This is between the progressives and constitutionalists. The Republicans we have been electing have failed to protect our rights and liberties. Why? Because progressivism is a disease. Democrats wear it boldly, but Republicans, they hide it behind complacency, compromise, or contempt. Now, I believe that the Constitution is still the foundation of our country, and we are not the Republic of North America. We are the United States of America, and our Constitution is a compact between sovereign states, not a compact between these political parties. Our states united to provide for the common defense, facilitate peace and harmony among the states, and promote the general welfare in order to secure the blessings of liberty. Do you remember Ben Franklin's response to a woman who, her question was, what kind of government did he give us? And he replied, a republic, madam, if you can keep it. Have we lost it already? What kind of republic has elected officials who attack their own base and they shout down constituents in town halls if they even hold one? And who passes laws without reading the bills or places their own ideology and party affiliations ahead of the will of the people or the good of their country? Now, Clear Lake Tea Party took Van's of members into Austin in the 82nd and 83rd session to lobby our representatives. And my own representative told us that how he votes is none of our business. If we don't like it, vote him out. So I ran against him twice, and now he retired. But my heart breaks when I think about what our founders must think when they look down upon us. And what about the bloodshed at Goliad in the Alamo? The government now controls almost every aspect of our life, from toilets to light bulbs, and they actively censor our relationship with God. How did they ever convince us that the acknowledgement of God at a public event is a crime? And how did we allow the IRS to silence the pulpit and oppress the Tea Party movement, or just citizens? And now we allow them to literally spy on every citizen without due cause. But the truth is, they've done nothing that we haven't allowed them to do by our decades of silence. Now, time really flies. The Tea Party now is 5 years old, and we've evolved from rallies to holding forums and meeting with elected officials. We've read everything from Bonhoeffer to Alinsky. But more importantly, we've seen through the facade that everything is going well here in Texas. We are borrowing and spending just like they do in DC. We have the second highest debt behind New York in the nation. We have the most punitive property tax of anyone in the nation. We're diverting lawful taxes and fees, and we're raiding the rainy day fund with regularity, and we're selling off our highways to foreign companies. Now, we've shined a light on the corruption, complacency, and compromise, and we've discovered contempt for citizens in the Capitol and in the Republican Party. And we were told that we're not welcome. So now we challenge for the people's seats. Now, more people are waking up, and they are mad as hell, and they're ready to fight. Unfortunately, it takes more than an individual to stand up against the government. Individuals will lose almost every time. But especially when they're using the IRS and they're using agencies to as a weapon. You know, it takes a state like Texas to protect the rights of her citizens. But our problem is that we currently do not have a strong conservative government in Texas. So what would happen if Texas took the moral high road and we defended our own border? We allowed prayer in school, and we posted the 10 Commandments in our city halls. What if Texas challenged the unconstitutional legislation, regulations, and mandates that's pouring out of Washington? What if Texas started passing legislation to nullify the federal encroachment? They'll fight back hard. And I think that what they'll do is they'll threaten us with extortion, just like they did with the TSA anti-groping bill. Unfortunately, the legislature cowed to that. But they will also probably shut down services and facilities. Anybody remember the parks and monuments that they closed down last year? It's all designed to cause the most pain to the citizens. But if the Texas legislature would stand firm, and if citizens would rally around, we would succeed in affirming our sovereignty. And can you imagine how many states would stand with us? I believe in the real Texas miracle, the one that started in 1836. Whoops. When we defeated the Mexican federal government. That miracle shaped the Texas spirit of self-reliance, independence, and perseverance. I want that miracle to continue. It's what makes us special among the states. We know through our own history of sacrifice and struggle, the government has no power except that that's granted or tolerated by its people. Now, as a new daughter of Texas, I burn with the same passion for my state that Houston, Crockett, and Bowie had. I've traveled to the Texas border, and I've sat in the dark desert protecting the border and citizens from human traffickers, drug cartels, and terrorists with a radio and a little pistol. But I urge each and every Texan to do your own border watch, not just down in the valley, but in Houston, in Austin, in DC, wherever you are. We have to guard and interdict the progressive socialist and crony capitalism that's assaulting Texas. It's time to reawaken that true Texas miracle. Trust the people again. Get government back within its means and learn what it means, again, to be a free American. I'm so humbled by this honor. I want to thank you so much. God bless Texas, and may Texas continue to bless God. Thank you.